Hello everyone, welcome back to Everhood 2. This is basically the finale, so I did say that I was going to do a stream, and I did do the stream. Unfortunately, there wasn't really a lot extra for me to do, if I'm going to be quite honest. I did a lot of the Coliseum fights. I got quite a few of the one-hits. We can kind of go through here and you can see some and my scores on some of them. Pretty much every single thing that has a star, which means that I actually cleared it, means those are one of the ones where I actually managed to get a one-hit. I think Zombie is my highest rank. I'm 178 in the world, I guess, on Zombie, which is cool, I suppose. But yeah, you can one-hit all of these as far as I understand. Oh wait, did Mimic? Is Mimic better than Zombie? Zombie is one higher than Mimic. Okay. But yeah, so I sat here for 3 hours doing some of these. I looked up just to see if, like, you know, there were some other things I could do and some things I'd missed. I did see that people left comments on the previous video just kind of talking about the story and stuff, and I would like to talk about that. This is probably one of the only bosses that I actually managed to get the one hit on. You weren't too bad. This will be up on my archive channel too, for anyone interested. I'll put it up there just for the sake of, you know, having it up there. But, it was mostly just a bunch of me banging my head against, a lot of these things. So, but, yeah, there were a few things that I missed. There's a lot of achievements I could still get, of course, with this. There's some secret things, like if you beat the Shade the first time you fight the Shade, apparently the Shade says, like, oh, you must be a cheater. You cheated. Here, have an achievement. Go show your friends. You're so cool, or something like that. So that's pretty funny. That's pretty funny, and I can show that Shade fight. It's back there, because we can actually do that one now. And then there's another Shade fight that you can do too, which is crazy hard. But there's that. Apparently you could do stuff with Donkey. Apparently if you just followed Donkey through the broken wall, Donkey would give you some, what's the word? Power gems. Which, this is how strong my weapons ended up being. I didn't get any more power gems. I did upgrade the Spear of Destiny once because it seemed like it was pretty good for some of these. But let's just continue going through some of these. I think the Zombie is my highest score, but I didn't even know what I was going to do for a video, but it feels like a good idea just to kind of end talking about what was going on. This was one of the harder things that I did. The frog, which this is the yellow toad that you fight when you go inside the game, and I saw, I believe it was Callie, say that this particular fight, when you go into the Homunculus's game, shares a lot of similarities with the Riley fight because both of them end early, which is interesting to point out. But this thing is weak to green, by the way. So I initially, if you see the VOD, I started using blue, and I was like, oh wait, this is gonna take forever if I use blue. But it's just a very long fight because you're just staff blasting. But yeah, I did manage to get the one hit on this one. But yeah, this apparently shares a lot of similarities with the Riley fight, which is interesting. Obviously a different color because this frog is yellow, but you know, it does make me think about like what the other aspects of Riley were. Like there's other different colored ones that we saw, so that is interesting to think about as well. Oh, I did not mean to go to the main menu. Whoops. But, yeah, so there's a lot of story stuff, like I said. Callie left a pretty good comment that summed up, like, a lot of my thoughts. I don't remember how much I actually covered last time, but as far as things that I just kind of came to terms with myself and realized myself, also fighting Intoxicated Bobo, awful. One hit you, but God, you were awful. You were awful to one hit. As far as some things go that I actually came to the conclusion of myself, was, I mentioned it in passing, I think, in the last video, but basically the idea of this game just being like, yeah, you're stuck here. There's no freeing everyone, there's no getting rid of it. When you tried to close the game, it says the Everhood never ends. The Shade has trapped you here, you can't get rid of the Shade can't get rid of you. It's basically a stalemate of light and dark, and you're just trapped here and you can't do anything. Which is kind of refreshing for the ending of a story, because so often stories do have like a true ending or something, and I was even searching for one because I've played so many Metroidvanias that have it. I was searching for a true ending basically just because I thought, oh, there must be something, right? But no, that is not the case. That is not the case. There's not something like that. I also just realized I'm on my... Huh, that's weird. I was on my streaming scene on my OBS because I just finished streaming. But basically, there's like no end. It's like, yeah, you can't do anything. That's the game. You're trapped here. This is effectively for your entertainment, and we're pointing to that and saying, yeah, it's for your entertainment. These fights, they're all here for your entertainment. It knows it's a game, basically, or it's just like, you know, gladiatorial dance combat to entertain people that just live forever because, you know, or entertain a god since I am a god. There is also some stuff which I've seen people secret hunting. I checked out like some posts on like the Everhood Reddit and stuff where people are like going through the game with different soul colors and stuff and finding out some things because different things happen with different soul colors. There's also some weird stuff where, like, if you do certain things, you can run into, like, some characters that normally you wouldn't, like Purple Mage and stuff like that, which is cool, but I think I got basically the gist of the story. I do remember being confused about Dimitri, but the comment that Callie made kind of cleared that up as well, which basically hypothesized that... I'm going to be paraphrasing this very badly, and I'm sorry, but basically hypothesized that Raven was Dimitri. We saw that Raven turned into, like, a little bit of purple, when we saw that scene. I forget exactly what happened, but Raven was there. Getting messed up by Riley. Raven was there, and, you know, just turned into a little purple goo and scooted away. So that is interesting, that Dimitri is Raven, or at least possibly like a different version of Raven. I think that might be... Let me just pull Callie's comment up really quickly. Sorry, I'm just like... so much of this is just going to be like parsing these things. So, but the Dimitri stuff specifically is very interesting to me because I did have a hard time picking up on this. You activating the ending of the game is what makes Raven become Dimitri, even though that ending then is negated by the Shade. Dimitri is so close to godhood, being a paradox at a time inherently, and in case there's any doubt, Dimitri's theme plays when Raven gets slimed. Also, interestingly enough, his battle theme plays during the end credits, perhaps an indication that this ultimately all was his retroactive design in one way or another. So yeah, Dimitri's plotting, Dimitri's doing things in the background, Dimitri was leading you into doing the various things that you had to do, and then yes, there's the thing about Riley and being Yellow Frog, and then yeah, everything about the Shade. So a lot of that stuff I picked up on. The Dimitri stuff I was a little bit confused on, but knowing the slime people, I think being scientists just in general, or experiments done by Dimitri, or just how they were trying to make new life, there's a lot to go on here. And I'm not going to be able to parse all of it, but there's a lot of interesting stuff here, but at the end of the day, the story is just like, yeah, nothing's going to change here. This world is set in stone. You can continue running around in it and entertaining yourself, but you're not going to save these people. They are trapped here. Which, like I said, is kind of interesting and refreshing for a story like this. So, back to looking at these, I, of course, did not try to fight Kazak again, because Kazak was very hard. Kazak was one of the optional ones that I basically got access to. I fulfilled the conditions to get that key, and that's what allowed me to get in there. And like I said, I'm pretty sure they're just the person that makes the music, or at least helps with the music. Of course, I did mention that the ones with stars are ones that I've one-hit. Those are just ones that I one-hit during the stream. But like this ghost, for example, I one-hit that during the playthrough. I think I have about half the achievements in this game, if I had to guess. Some of these were very hard. A lot of these were pretty hard, actually. That's probably why I never had the one-hit on them anyway before. I'm trying to think of which one I actually had the hardest time with, and it was pretty much one of these. One of these, in the stream, I was sitting there stuck for like quite a while fighting one of them. Like, I was struggling. So that's a thing. Also, the previous video had like some of my I just got off work, was working, something like that, and I it has like my pre-setup footage, and I like sigh and just like all sorts of stuff, which is funny. It's hilarious that got in. I think I should have said, was like, oh god, in the video, which it's hilarious that made it in, but incredibly embarrassing. Luckily it's edited out now because I use the YouTube editor. So yeah, all of these, I didn't fight most of these. I never really got that far down the list, and I think that's most things. I did try these 2 fights. I did not succeed in doing them. Obviously, I did not succeed in one-hitting them. I don't think a lot of these I could have one-hit, quite frankly. I did try for Molly, and we can look at these really quickly. So the Root of All Evil, this was basically a tutorial, and you can one-hit this. And I think I saw that it has 1800 HP. Well, I could have done it. I think I saw that it had 1800 HP, but I thought I tried and did that much damage on stream when I tried to do this fight too. But I'm not positive. We'll see if, yeah, okay. Like, if you can just build up enough, please. I've also noticed that the Coliseum area, I don't know if it's just me, but it seems like kind of laggy sometimes. Like, my weapons haven't spawned right now, and I've had times where the game will just chug randomly while I'm here, and sometimes it takes, like, the scores a really, really, really long time to actually show up. I also found out that you can see down there in the bottom right how much damage you've done. Or you're going to do, basically. I don't know if that was there the entire time in the regular game, and maybe I just missed it, because I know I mentioned one time that, oh, it'd be really nice if I could see how much damage my cast is going to do. So I might have been going the entire game doing something stupid, but that's the nature of doing things blind. Sometimes you miss some stuff. Ow. Oh hey, my weapons are back now that I got hit. So... see if we can do this. I just have to survive, I think, because I don't think I can actually kill the thing. So I think it is just a survive scenario, basically. I'll give it like one more try, because once again, I would like to see it. And if I'm not trying to do as much damage as possible and one-hit it, then it won't be nearly as bad. So we can see. I'll give it like another good college try. And then the next Shade fight, I just straight up don't think I can do. It's really hard. Here you go. Just so that prompt goes away. But yeah, I was kind of shocked at just how much of the side content I actually managed to just stumble upon. I was super expecting there would be like other stuff for me to get into and do. Partially because like when I played Everhood 1, I know I missed a ton of like extra stuff and extra fights I could have done in that. So, you know. Okay, we're good. We might be able to survive. Not quite. Wolf. Okay, give me my HP back, please. So if you had done this at the beginning of the game, like I said, I think Shade would have said something to you. Would have been like, oh, you think you're so cool? I can get the actual line if I look up online, but people can see it, but yeah. So that's something you can do. I'll show this one really quickly, Scary Shade. If you remember running into this one, I did this one a little bit on stream to see if I could do it. Yeah, looking real great already. I did this one a little bit on stream just to see if I could pull it off. And, I did not make it very far. I think it is just like a you gotta survive thing. Like the other one. I'm not positive about that. But, you know. We will try. I am not good enough for this. I'm just happy I was able to get through the game with not struggling too much, not struggling nearly as much as I did in Everhood 1, at least. My HP back, please. Ow, why did I do that? I'm a fool, that's why. This is the worst time to have that happen, too. All is vanity. And then, this is the fun part here, we get to see this. Watch this. Insanity, stagnation. Also, apparently, so I went down the insanity route, and I did see people talking about that, they went down the stagnation route, and apparently it just seems like it's an endless hallway. So, I'm not sure, you know, obviously that's just like a comment I saw online. So I can't speak to the validity of it, of course, but, you know. I got a itch here. There we go. Alright, hit me with your best shot. So here's where things start getting a little wild. This isn't even the bad part, though. Let's see here. Here's where things start getting very wild. And if you start to flounder, it's just... you're boned. I am the need in you. Or more. Mm-hmm. You're the antithesis to me. We've been over this. I don't know how long this goes on for. But like I said, I'm imagining it's just a survive scenario because you don't even have HP. Hey, are you tired? What are you trying to prove? Yeah? That you can win against all odds? Yeah. Insanity. Stagnation. Yeah. Oh, yeah, my Death Defiance is available. Yeah, you know. Just trying to prove something to myself here. I never actually made it this far on stream at all, so this random attempt on video here is actually the furthest I've ever been in this fight, which is cool. So we can see if we can make it. Ow. Yeah, that part's hard. When it starts to speed up like that. Yeah. It's hard. It's hard. I made it pretty far, but yeah, that's a hard one. Like I said, that's for stronger, better people, like a person. You know? A person's kind of swept the, everything over here. I also did go through the green door. It's just like a random 3 creatures you challenge, and it's like a random run. And stuff, so there's nothing really crazy there. I do notice that they have spots for possibly some more fights that they might add in the future. It would be cool to have like some of the fights from Everhood added in here as like an option, basically. But yeah, I think that's all I had to say for this final episode. I just wanted to make something because I kind of left the previous one on a cliffhanger, and then I realized I didn't really have very much like usable footage from my stream that would be interesting to like kind of, you know, put up. So it's kind of just this. It's kind of just this. I just wanted to get some of my thoughts out and everything about the game. Wonderful game. Super happy I played it. Absolutely phenomenal. I do think it was generally a little bit easier than Everhood 1, which is not a bad thing. I absolutely struggled with Everhood 1. Most people weren't around at that point, but God, it was a hard time for me, so... Alright, hope you enjoyed the playthrough. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time for something else.